2018 BMW i3. 2018 BMW i3 review. A quicker, sharper driving variant marks the most significant change for your BMW i3 in 2018. 4.5-star overall score. The BMW i3 is most likely one with the most innovative cars while traveling today. That's true, although it's currently rolling around in its 5th model year. BMW pioneered the utilization of carbon fiber because the basis for your production car's structure just to save weight. And it paid back. The i3 is fairly lightweight for just a battery electric car, abetting its agile nature and quick acceleration. Other manufacturers continue to have methods to go to get up to date to BMW in this particular choice of material. The i3's styling is polarizing, of these there is no doubt. But it appears to be no other car while traveling and has a cabin that is certainly truly striking and upscale. It's functional, too, that has a breezy, spacious feel and straightforward backseat access due to the rearward hinged rear doors. These doors can turn into a hassle in tight parking garage quarters, however. You've got a brand new choice on an i3 this season, the i3S. It carries a more powerful electric motor, a sport-tuned suspension, and wider tires to increase performance and handling. BMW remains offering the range extender version, too, with a tiny gasoline engine and fuel tank that is an electric generator. It provides you with a little more range in the event the battery runs out of juice, however the main appeal is comfort. From Maywell's standpoint, the 2018 BMW i3 doesn't fare everything great pertaining to its main competitors. You can get more driving at some Chevrolet Bolt as well as the Nissan Leaf, as an example, and both cars are less costly to boot. But the BMW earns back some emotional points since they can be a nicer car drive an automobile and hang out in. The same may be said for Tesla's new Model 3, however. It matches the i3 for premium design and gratification and, since the kicker, offers potentially a couple of times the driving range. What's new? For 2018, the BMW i3 featuring an additional version, the i3S, that is quicker and sharper handling compared to base i3. Last year's entry-level 60R version with the i3 has become dropped. For every 2018 i3, BMW has restyled the top and rear bumpers slightly, as well as the windshield pillars have become black as an alternative to body-colored. Full LED headlights are actually standard. Inside, there's an updated version on the iDrive infotainment system which has a 10.3-inch screen recommended. A dual voltage, 120 volts/240 volts, charging cord is available this season as well. While we choose the sharper handling and acceleration with the i3S, our recommendation should be to stick with the bottom i3 due to its lower price and incrementally higher range. Take the money it can save you and put it to use to getting the Technology Plus driving assistant package and Apple CarPlay option. You'll have a great deal more capable infotainment system whilst still being come out ahead. The range extender might increase your comfort, however it adds substantial weight and value to the net profit. Trim levels and features. The 2018 BMW i3 can be a 4-door hatchback with seating for 4 passengers which can be found in i3 or i3S trim, each of which are battery electric, or you can have a single one additionally equipped using a gasoline-powered range extender. All 4 versions are equipped having a 33 kWh battery. Base i3 models are equipped with an electric-powered motor, 170 horsepower, 184 pounds-feet of torque, that drives the spine wheels. With the same battery as last year's model, there's enough energy on an estimated 114 miles of range. It comes well furnished with 19-inch alloy wheels, LED headlights and level 3 DC fast charging capability. Inside, the inside upholstery is cloth, EcoWorld. Also it comes with keyless entry, rain-sensing headlights, adaptive cruise, heated front seats, Bluetooth, HD and satellite radio, and BMW's basic business navigation system having a modest 6.5-inch computer screen. New this coming year is the i3S, that's more power and sharper handling as opposed to i3. The electric motor inside i3S cranks out 184 horsepower and 199 pounds-feet of torque, which shortens its sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour to 6.8 seconds, 0.4 seconds quicker compared to the base i3. Compared towards the i3's ride height sits 0.4 inch lower, and its particular fenders, track width, the length between the center with the tires, 20-inch wheels and gratification tires are wider. The wider, stickier tires come that has a modest penalty. Maximum range drops to 107 miles. The only difference involving the all-electric and also the range extender versions is, simply, the number extending, 0.6-litre two-cylinder gasoline generator, and that is the comparable to last year's. Because the range extender is heavier, these models don't travel quite as far when on electricity alone, maxing out in an estimated 97 miles. A 2.3-gallon fuel tank enables a combined choice of 180 miles for both range extender versions of i3 and i3S models. All models can be preloaded with the Technology Plus driving assistant package, which adds advanced navigation, which has a widescreen display and advanced real-time traffic, all-speed adaptive cruise control, and forward collision warning with emergency braking. Opting for this package allows Apple CarPlay to become added, too. For the i3, BMW offers three main upholstery packages: Mega World, Giga World and Terra World, that add combinations of leather and wool or full leather upholstery plus different wheels and interior trim. Standalone options include parking sensors, 20-inch wheels, for that regular i3, reasonably limited Harman Kardon stereo audio and a sunroof. Trim tested. Each vehicle typically also comes in multiple versions, although trim levels share many aspects. The S on this review use our full test from the 2017 BMW i3W, range extender, battery electric W/0.6 liters 2-cylinder gasoline generator, 1-speed direct drive, RWD. Note, since this test was conducted, the present i3 has brought some revisions, including an updated infotainment system plus a revised stability control calibration. Our findings remain broadly applicable to in 2010's i3. Driving. The BMW i3 is really a surprisingly good all-around performer. The new car gains about 122 pounds, but it really doesn't upset the finely balanced handling and responsive steering. With the larger battery, the i3 can be a touch slower to 60 miles per hour, but braking has improved from an already impressive precedent. Acceleration. The latest i3 together with the range extender weighs 122 pounds in excess of its predecessor by our scales, in order that it takes 7.4 seconds to access 60 miles per hour rather than 7.1 seconds. It's still quick for a vehicle. And now it's only marginally slower if you're running away from the generator, a tremendous improvement. Braking. The i3 feels supremely stable when stopping hard, but you'll rarely encounter its natural pedal feel because on the i3's substantial off-throttle regenerative braking. Our i3 Rex needed just 107 feet to avoid from 60 miles per hour, which can be 4 feet shorter than its lighter predecessor, no less astounding. Steering. The quick, responsive steering as well as a short wheelbase soon add up to an ultra-tight turning circle and excellent city maneuverability. But these same attributes could make the i3 feel dirty on the road at speed, especially given it can also be subject to following grooves inside road. Handling. Don't permit the skinny tires fool you. The i3 feels impressively coordinated and lively. It has a low center of gravity because lighter-weight carbon fiber construction and batteries mounted beneath the floor, plus the rear-mounted propulsion system provides a slight rear weight bias that aids traction. Drivability. Without the call to shift gears, electric vehicles such as i3 allow for utterly smooth acceleration and braking. A high level of natural off-throttle regenerative braking enables one-pedal driving that's both efficient, fun and much less taxing when you get accustomed to it. Comfort. The i3 has surprisingly comfortable seats, along with the ride exhibits that polish you possibly will not expect from this kind of small car. The basic climate system is successful and is convenient to use. The cabin is remarkably quiet prior to the battery runs as a result of zero, and also the two-cylinder gas generator kicks on. Seat comfort. The leather seats employ manual adjusters to save lots of weight and electricity, however they have fixed lumbar support. The seats are thin and firm, just like the armrests, however they provide a surprisingly good comfort and ease, though tight on lateral support. The rear seats are decently comfy. Ride comfort. The i3's carbon fiber structure is supremely rigid, which virtually eliminates shudder and shake on rough roads. The suspension does an admirable job of absorbing road imperfections and potholes, but no person would describe the ride as plush. Noise and vibration. There's some wind and road noise on the road that's only noticeable considering that the electric motor is silent. That changes once the gas generator occurs after the battery runs dry, also it sounds like a small lawnmower is following you. Climate control. The climate control is single zone only, with 2-degree adjustment increments to the cabin temperature. The seat heaters loosen up quickly and give even warmth along the seat surface. All the climate controls have become straightforward and to access. Interior. The i3's functional and friendly cabin is definitely an inviting spot to spend your commute, along with a very space-efficient one on top of that. It packs many no-nonsense practicality and also oodles of style and innovative design. Ease people. The non-traditional rotary shifter stalk is intuitive as well as simple to work after you use it several times. There's the typical BMW iDrive controller and screen menus, which work effectively, as well as the steering-mounted controls that make to get a slightly odd volume knob and preset placement. Getting in, getting out. The slightly elevated seat position creates easy access, although step-over is often a little higher at the same time, as well as the reverse hinged rear doors open wide to admit passengers or packages. But these might be tricky when backseat passengers are offloading in parking lots because with the corral effect. Driving position. The seating position is upright with generous fore and aft adjustment plus a tilt and telescoping steering column. The spring-loaded seat height adjuster requires pulling yourself up with all the steering wheel or and can rise before you decide to sit. It's odd to start with, nonetheless it's quicker over a ratcheting lever. Roominess. There is legitimate room for 4 adults to march comfortably inside i3, with adequate leg and headroom all around. Rear occupants might eventually notice it is a tad narrow back there, though the i3 isn't a long-distance cruiser anyway. Visibility. The expansive forward and side visibility is aided by elevated seating position. The odd dip in rear door windows is helpful, as well as the rear 3/4 blind spot isn't it is a shame. Rear parking sensors come standard, a rear view camera is optional. Quality. The i3 costs more versus the Fs it competes with, however the interior quality and modern design really separate it from your group and help justify the excess cost. There's an intriguing blend of high quality and eco-friendly materials using the typical solid BMW switchgear. Utility. There's plentiful storage from the cabin, though the 15.1 cubic foot trunk is small and also a bit high due on the motor in the floor. Rear hinge doors are typically a boon to taking care of kids and child car seats. They're especially great for forward-facing seats but less great for some bulkier rear-facing ones. Small item storage. The i3 has big door bins, a decent amount of dash storage, plus a small but useful in-armrest bin. And there's sufficient open space beneath the flip-up center armrest for any medium-sized purse. The backseat passengers have dedicated center-mounted cup holders. The i3 is incredibly space efficient. Cargo space. The trunk is smallish at 15.1 cubic feet considering that the electric motor and generator are housed beneath the floor. This setup helps make the loading height a little high, too. The i3's high roof offsets these issues somewhat, plus the rear seats do fold absolutely flat. There's good room inside folding one. Child safety seat accommodation. Reverse hinged doors give uncommonly good entry to front-facing seats. Access to some bulky rear-facing ones is usually tough, plus the open rear door may impede stroller access on the hatch. The two child car seat positions gain from latch and isofix anchors which can be easily accessed under plastic covers. Technology. BMW's iDrive infotainment system may be updated for 2018. The outgoing system isn't shabby with regard to ease, beneficial in selections for redundant controls. The new iDrive system offers Apple CarPlay, too. Audio and navigation. The optional Harman Kardon system produces quality sound, though some could find it lacking in bass. Also, there is not any AM radio tuner. The navigation technique is easy to operate and allows destination input through voice, rotary dial or by touchpad character recognition. Smartphone integration. Bluetooth and USB connections are expected, and you could navigate on your music or some other genres, for example audiobooks and podcasts, while using iDrive controller. You also have use of your smartphone's voice command throughout the car's voice control button by holding it down for around 4 seconds. Driver aids. The optional adaptive cruise control provides the i3 into a complete stop, and yes, it works well in stop-and-go traffic. It also is sold with forward collision warning and mitigation with pedestrian detection. Voice control. For 2018, iDrive 6's enhanced voice controls promise big improvements. Speech processing is actually cloud-based and performed off-board, as well as the system supports natural language. Long-term road test. To read more about the BMW i3 in this generation, watch our updates coming from a full year of living having a 2014 BMW i3 using the optional range extender. We cover many methods from seat comfort to real-world range and fuel economy. Please note which the 2018 BMW i3 differs from our long-term i3 in the range has increased along with the infotainment system may be revised. It's the same generation, though, so the vast majority of our observations still apply.